Welcome to another edition of Spell Slinger Friday with Adapt, where I talk about 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons spells from the new 2024 rule set. Today I'm going to be talking about a 3rd level spell from the new Heroes of Faerun supplement called Cacophonic Shield. It is a spell that is available to Bards, Sorcerers, and Wizards, and what it does is, for the casting time of 1 action in a 3rd level spell slot, with a duration of 10 minutes, you can create a 10-foot emanation originating from yourself that will do 3d6 thunder damage to any creature that enters it for the first time on its turn or ends its turn there. Now, what else can this spell do? Well, this spell also gives you resistance to thunder damage, as well as ranged attacks will have disadvantage against you. Effectively, this is kind of like the Bard, Sorcerer, Wizard version of Spirit Guardians. Now, it's not going to be the most useful spell to all versions of those casters, but if you're a Swords Bard or a Valor Bard or a Blade Singer and you want to get right up in there and mix it up with a little bit of fisticuffs and stuff with your sword or your other weapons that you're going to be using as those classes, you can have this kind of emanation that's going to do some AoE and kind of cause a little bit of problems for your enemies that are trying to hit you with ranged attacks or the much more rare thunder damage. Now, you can designate creatures that are unaffected by it, so your party is safe, as well as any other sort of kind of NPCs or anything that you might be escorting, or that sort of fun thing. They still take half damage on a successful save, but they are not deafened, which they would be if they were to fail their Constitution saving throw. It's an interesting little spell. It gives you some options as a melee caster to kind of get in there and deal some extra damage while you're fighting. And I think it's going to cause some interesting things with the disadvantage on range attacks. It's a situational spell. It's possibly not as good as something like Haste, but it's still a different thing that you can use if you were surrounded by, say, lots of small enemies. I'm Adapt. Follow me for more tips and tricks on how to play high-level Dungeons & Dragons.